Hello everyone, I'm Michael Land, and welcome to another episode of Nexcelerator. And the vehicle I'm sitting in right now is in the all-new redesigned 2014 Toyota Tundra. And the Tundra was redesigned to not only give itself a brand new and modernized look, but to also give itself a more competitive edge in the full-size truck market. But does the all-new Tundra though have what it takes to be a very competitive full-size truck against the similar offerings that are out there, such as both the all-new redesigned Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra? Well, let's have some fun and figure that out. Now, like I've said, this is the all-new redesigned 2014 Toyota Tundra. However, this particular version is the newly introduced 1794 edition trimline of this vehicle, and where the name comes from the year that the JLC Ranch was discovered in San Antonio, Texas, where the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Texas plant has been currently situated since 2006. So taking a look at the exterior of this Western-inspired luxurious truck, the Tundra doesn't only have multi-level halogen headlights with manual level control, but it's also equipped with both LED daytime running lights and halogen fog lights that gives the truck both a sleek and modernized look. But also looking at the left, right, and top sides, that same field that was just now mentioned is carried on over to the remainder of the truck. Also along with that, there are two powered heated side mirrors equipped with one turn signal indicator apiece on each side. Now looking at the back of the Tundra, there's a single exhaust system equipped with the tailpipe being located on the right side. In addition, the back of the Tundra also has a trailer hitch, and where you're able to hook up either both a ball mount hitch and or trailer that have either a 7-pin or 4-pin connector respectively. Additionally, the Tundra also comes equipped with two rear parking sensors, with one being on the left side of the rear bumper while the other one is on the right, alongside with the other two front parking sensors that you saw earlier, which adds up for a total of 4. As for the taillights, however, they don't only fit extremely well, but they also give an awesome complement to the rest of the fancy exterior of this vehicle. Getting to the truck bed of the Tundra, the Easy Lift tailgate drops down very softly. Not to mention that it does also offer plenty of flexible hauling capabilities that would easily handle any kind of load. Now located underneath the bed of the truck is where you'll discover the Tundra's spare tire. In addition, the necessary parts to install the spare tire are conveniently located behind the rear seats for easy access. Plus, there's also an individual spare tire access compartment located above the license plate holder that allows for easy access to remove the tire from underneath the truck, which makes it a piece of cake. Also, if you want more cargo capacity in the Tundra, you can easily fold the bottom portion of both of the back seats up to make that a reality if you wish. So opening the door to the Tundra, it has a red rock perforated leather interior with ultra-suede inserts in the middle left and right side of all the seats that also have both a 12-way driver and a 6-way front passenger seat, all with power adjustments. Now to start the engine of the Tundra, just take the black Toyota ignition key that you see me holding up in my hand, then immediately afterwards, put the key inside the ignition and turn it clockwise to bring the engine to life. As you just now witnessed, the Tundra immediately starts right up like a champ without any kind of mechanical issues whatsoever, even when the outside temperature is at 70 degrees Fahrenheit as you're seeing right now on your screen. Now getting to the engine area of the Tundra, it isn't only well organized, but it's also easily accessible as well, in which I'll explain more on that here very shortly. But focusing on the power plant offering, the Tundra has a 5.7-liter, 381 horsepower iForce V8 engine that punches out 401 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM. With that, you get a respectable 13 miles per gallon in the city and 17 on the highway. But with the EPA combination, you get a decent 15 miles per gallon overall. Now focusing on the different parts of the engine area, the radiator is conveniently located right in front of the engine, while the engine coolant is in between both the radiator and the engine. However, the windshield washer fluid compartment is located on the front left side, while the power steering fluid compartment is next to it on the right side, and the air intake system is on the middle left side, right next to both of those compartments that I just now mentioned. In addition, the oil dipstick is located right next to the power steering fluid compartment, with the oil compartment being located right next to the engine, just off to the bottom right side of it, across from the radiator. Also, the battery compartment is conveniently located on the front right side, while the brake fluid compartment is located on the back right side. So now taking a look at the interior of the all-new Tundra, besides having the Red Rock perforated leather interior seats that I mentioned earlier, it doesn't only have a whole brand new interior that makes life easier on the driver, but it also provides a generous amount of creature comforts for the passengers as well, in which I'll discuss more on that here in just a little bit. Now the type of steering wheel that's equipped on the Tundra is a 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with the wood grain wrapped accents being at both the top portion from the 10 to 2 o'clock position and the bottom portion at the 6 o'clock position. Additionally, it even includes additional controls on both the middle and bottom left portion, as well as the middle right portion with the cruise control settings on the bottom portion right underneath as well. Now located on the left side of the steering wheel is where you'll discover both the turn signal indicator and headlight controls, while the windshield wiper controls are just off to the opposite side of it on the right. However, other additional controls such as the parking sensors, traction control, and tow haul mode are all conveniently located on the right side right next to the steering wheel. Now to adjust the steering wheel to the Tundra, you can easily have it raised up, lower down, and even have it closer or further away from you by using the powered steering wheel control button just off to the bottom left side of it. Now located right next to the steering wheel on the left side are the controls for the mirrors, the 3-door mode light activation button, the halogen headlight manual level control height adjustment, rear cargo light switch, blind spot monitor mode, and the power rear window switch, in which I'll explain on that particular switch later on in the episode. Now the transmission equipped on the Tundra is a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability just off to the side, with your electronic e-brake being located on the bottom left corner of the driver's side. Also, the truck even comes with an integrated backup camera, providing easy to see distance lines that definitely make the task of backing up really simple and easy to accomplish. Moving on over to the middle area of the Tundra, it not only provides two 12-volt power outlets on both the left and right, but it even includes both the USB and auxiliary port for additional convenience. Now located above the outlets that I just now mentioned are the air conditioning controls that also feature heated and cooled seat controls for both the driver and front passenger. But right next to the air conditioning controls on the left side is the 4-wheel drive control system. Also, the Toyota Entune system is located right above the air conditioning controls. Equipped with that are 12 JBL speakers, alongside with an amplifier, with the first one being located on the bottom portion of the driver's side door. In addition, the second speaker is located on the top portion of the driver's side door, while the third, fourth, and fifth speakers are located on the left, middle, and right portions of the dashboard, while the 6th and 7th speakers are located on the top and bottom portions of the front passenger side door. Plus, the 8th and 9th speakers are located on the top and bottom portions of the left rear door, while the 10th and 11th speakers are located on the top and bottom portions of the right rear door. Also, the 12th speaker is located underneath the Tundra's back seat, in which that particular speaker is the amplifier. Now, the Toyota Entune system comes with AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio that's even equipped with HD radio capability. But when the system is in XM mode of the audio section, both the name of the artist and song title are displayed. Additionally, you even have the capability of adding up to 36 preset stations as well, not to mention that you can perform the same operation in both the FM and AM modes, to where you can have a mixture of every kind of station for additional convenience. Getting over to the channel list area of the XM mode, you have the ability to also search for a station based on which category you want to search for, not to mention that you can even listen to well-known nationwide radio stations like KISS FM from Los Angeles, California. Plus, when you're in the options area, you can look up additional information for any song that you want to know more about, as the same operation can even be performed in both the FM and AM modes if you wish to do so. Also, when you're in the XM sound settings mode, you even have the ability to adjust the sound settings that are best suited for you. Not to mention that the same thing can be done in both the FM and AM modes and be adjusted individually, so you don't have to rely on just one sound setting. Transferring on over to the app section of the Toyota Entune system, there's a generous variety of apps that are there to help get a user-friendly experience that's simple and easy to operate. So beginning with the navigation app first, it displays a map of the vehicle's current location that allows you to zoom in or zoom out depending on what your preferences are, not to mention that you can pull up the exact address of where the truck's currently at as well. Additionally, when you press destination, you get a variety of different selections, such as searching for a point of interest being a relevant example. Hovering on over now to the phone app, you have the ability to pair up a Bluetooth-enabled cell phone and even check your text messages on the Entune display while in the message mode, all by using the phone controls located on the right side of the steering wheel, respectively. Now proceeding on to the Setup app, it shows the different variety of vehicle settings to use, such as making adjustments to the Entune home screen and making modifications to the touchscreen display, being a couple of the examples. Moving on to the Traffic app, there are 3 different available selections that you can choose from, like both the traffic event list and predictive traffic map options that assist in making your commute a lot easier, and the My Traffic Routes selection that lets you plan your own routes as well. Now concentrating on the Weather app, it provides 5 particular choices that you can select from, with all the information being provided by the Weather Channel. So beginning with the current weather option, it shows the conditions on what both the outside temperature and weather are like in real time. Plus, you can even also see what the future weather forecast will be like, whether it's in the next 3 days, as well as even in the next 6 and 12 hours also. Now focusing on the National Cities option, you have the choice of viewing the weather forecast for each different region of the United States. And when you press on any of the selections that are currently listed on the touchscreen, you have the ability to view the individual weather forecast for each city that's displayed and be able to look information up, such as the future weather forecast that I just recently mentioned. Turning the attention onto the other local cities option, you can also view the local weather forecast for each individual city in the state of Texas, including the surrounding small town cities too. Advancing onto the weather map option, you have the ability to view a map of what the current weather radar is like in real time, with the radar map legend being located on the right side of the touchscreen. Now another way that you can also get some use out of the Toyota Entune system is that you can even take advantage of the hands-free voice recognition system to navigate through it also. In addition, I will go ahead and activate the hands-free voice recognition system to show you on what kind of general commands you can say they get the best possible experience.
What would you like to do?
Help.
To use this speech recognition system, press the push-to-talk button on your steering wheel and say a command that is natural. Here are some things you can do with this system. Get directions to an address. Find points of interest like restaurants and movie theaters. Play your music. Listen to the radio. Make a call. Read and send text messages. View weather and traffic conditions. At any point, you can say back, start over, or cancel, and help is always available as well.
Cancel.
Cancelled.
Now located next to the automatic transmission on the right side are the two main cup holders, with a third cup holder being right in front of it, while the Tundra center console is placed behind the main cup holders, respectively. Inside of the center console, you not only receive a gigantic amount of extra storage space to store stuff inside of, such as the bed lighter conditioner like you're seeing right now, but you also get another 12-volt power outlet and even additional storage capacity to store small items like writing utensils and business cards, being a couple of examples. In addition, the center console not only opens smoothly, but closing it is also a piece of cake too. Plus, there's even a 1794 edition badge on top of the center console that adds a luxurious look and feeling to it, respectfully. Now moving on over to the top roof area of the interior, there are two sun visors for both the driver and front passenger that feature both their own vanity mirror, lights, and hidden extender that vertically stretches out further as well. In between the sun visors are the sunglasses holder, the Bluetooth microphone, the power moonroof controls, and front interior lamps, which are all located right next to each other. So starting off with the sunglasses holder, it gives you the option of either storing a pair of sunglasses or other small items of any kind. Also, the rear view mirror is located behind the sunglasses holder, in which the mirror has both the digital compass and the garage HomeLink system buttons as well. Now to operate the power moonroof, just simply push on the up arrow button that you see in the slide section to open it up to let some fresh air inside the Tundra's interior. But to close the window, just push on the down arrow button in the same section to close up the window. Additionally, to tilt the window open, just press on the up button that's in the tilt section. But to tilt the window shut, just press down on the button across from the up button in the same section to close up the window. Plus, to open the rear window, just push down on the rear window button, which is next to the blind spot monitor button, to slide down the rear window. But to close it up, just lift up on the rear window button to slide up the rear window. Moving over to the glove box now, it has a decent amount of room to where you can store information related to the vehicle, including the driver's manual, like you're seeing right now. In addition to the airbag that you saw on the steering wheel earlier, there are two other airbags with one each on the A-pillars of both the driver and front passenger sides. Not to mention that there's even a knee airbag underneath the steering wheel of the driver's side too. Also, there are two additional airbags with one each on the B-pillars of both the driver and front passenger sides right above each seatbelt adjuster. Plus, there's even two bottom seat airbags equipped underneath on both the driver and front passenger seats, and one equipped on the front passenger side of the dashboard, which adds up for a total of 9 airbags altogether. Now proceeding on over to the driver's side door of the Tundra, it doesn't only provide the controls for the memory seat settings, power locks, and all 4 power windows, but the material quality is very excellent, with soft touch materials on not only the top and middle portions of the door, but even the bottom portion is also the same way as well. Additionally, the material quality on the front passenger side door is the exact equivalent of the driver's side door. As for the rear left door, the same soft touch material qualities that were present on the driver's side door are carried on over to give the rear occupants the exact same benefit. Also, the right rear door is even the same way as the left rear door. Now, as for the backseat goes for the all-new redesigned Toyota Tundra, it doesn't only offer a generous amount of both practicality and flexibility, but also in addition to that, there's even a plentiful amount of headroom space that I have in the back seat back here, and I'm just about 5'11" to 6 feet tall. But what about the thigh support though, on the other hand? As for thigh support goes, it's both very comfortable and very supportive. Plus, the amount of legroom space I have in the back seat is also very spacious and roomy. It's definitely both a pleasant and enjoyable experience to be able to kick back, relax, and stretch your legs out, especially on long road trips. In addition, there are 2 adjustable rear air vents for the rear passengers that also includes a 12-volt power outlet in between them. Not to mention that there are even 2 rear map pockets, with one being on the left side while the other one is on the right. Also, there are even 2 rear cup holders for the rear passengers for additional convenience. So with everything that you have seen, the MSRP price of this particular version of the Tundra is $47,320, and that's the price with the $1,794 grade package and other amenities that you just saw. But if you add both the blind spot monitor feature and the destination charge to the MSRP price that I just now mentioned, the total price of the vehicle runs at $48,885, which is not a bad price for a full-size truck that's able to offer a lot for a price that you simply cannot refuse to pass up. So to reiterate the question that I asked in the beginning of the episode, does the all-new redesigned Toyota Tundra have the ability to be very competitive against the other full-size truck offerings? The answer? It absolutely does, without a doubt about it. Not just because of how much the vehicle has changed from both the inside and outside, but also because of the generous amount of safety features that the truck is able to offer that nobody could pass up. In addition, the Tundra even provides an extremely generous amount of room and comfort for both the driver and passengers without compromising both fuel economy and driving performance. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Next Accelerator. I'm Michael Land, and I'll see you next time.